Hey guys, Kendra here from the Finance Femme with another episode of the podcast, and I am so excited about the changes and updates that have happened here in the firm. I'm going to share some here on the podcast, but you'll definitely want to join us over on Instagram to get a better feel for all of the changes. Some of them are visual, some are structural, some are to our service offerings and packages. And on that note, you will definitely notice that the Finance Femme got a makeover. We did a full rebrand to include aesthetic changes to our logo, to our brand colors, fonts, and a full overhaul of the website. Our rebrand also includes a new trio of service offerings, and these were built strategically from my signature framework. These service offerings include an executive accounting solution for those of you that need clarity in your financials, a junior CFO solution for those of you that need structure and strategy in your financials, and an elite CFO service for those of you that need full service, end-to-end accounting, finance, and strategy solution that is meant for scaling businesses. So if you are a woman-owned business and you are serious about growing and scaling your business in a strategic way that supports the lifestyle that you want to live, whether that is, grinding it out and working constantly so that you can, grow your business in a certain way, or whether that is working less in your business but earning more, whatever your lifestyle decision and choice is, we are here to support you, and we have a service offering that can support you. So those are our service offerings and some more information about the changes to the firm. But here on this particular episode, what I want to share with you is some information that's going to really help you regardless of where you are in your business, what stage you are in your business. So if you are an entrepreneur that feels exhausted every tax season, this is for you. If you are an entrepreneur that wonders, who can I hire? Should I hire to support me in my business when it comes to my accounting and my financials? Should I hire a CPA? Should I hire a CFO, a bookkeeper, an accountant? What am I supposed to be looking for in my business as it pertains to financials and accounting and support? This episode is here to really help you through that. I have a lot of things I'm going to share with you here that's going to help you in your day-to-day financials, which will then in turn help you during this quote-unquote tax season. But again, tax season is really all year round, but I'll talk about that another day. So in this particular episode, we are going to learn more about what you actually need, what level of resources you need in your business. I'll break it all down for you. I'll give you examples of potential resources that you might need in your business based on the income level of your business. So with that, the first income level that I'm going to talk to is that income bracket that is making less than $8,000 a month. So at $8,000 a month or less in your business, you really should be focusing on recurring income. The reason why that is so important is because you want to ensure that you have a sustainable business. So if you're generating $8,000 this month, $1,000 next month, $5,000 the month after that, it's going to be very difficult to focus on much else other than generating that income. You're in the phase of always selling. Your goal is to get money in the door. And during that period, it's very hard and irresponsible even to focus on spending on big investments or scaling your business. The focus should be on generating consistent recurring income. So examples of recurring income. If you're a service-based business owner, you likely are already very familiar with that concept. It can mean selling a consulting package that's recurring, where you have a monthly flat fee that you charge for doing a certain service, or you have a monthly membership cost that you charge customers or students to enroll in a certain program. That can be recurring income. For product-based businesses, you obviously have a product that you sell in the marketplace, and hopefully it sells every month on a consistent basis. So focus on understanding how many units you're selling, and ensuring that you have proper inventory in place to fulfill those sales. There is almost nothing worse in a product-based business than having a bunch of potential orders that you don't get because you don't have the inventory and your website is always showing out of stock. That's also another topic I can talk about another day, but the marketing strategy of always being out of stock is not a good marketing strategy. Let's kill that in 2022 and beyond. So some other advice for you if you're making $8,000 a month or less in your business. The first thing is to get a business bank account. You have to have a separate bank account for your business. Keep things clean and keep things easy by having that separate bank account. It's also likely required to have a business bank account depending on the type of business that you have. So have a separate business bank account. Do not mix business and personal funds in that account. Use it for business only. Have your business income going into it and your business expenses coming out of it. And that's it. Number 2 for you is to have a pro set up some type of software for bookkeeping. It could be QuickBooks, it can be Xero, but you really need to be able to see your income and spending details at any moment in time. So bank statements are great. They give you some good information, but bank statements don't provide comprehensive financial reports that are needed to show you what you need to know now. Like, what are your margins? What are your recurring expenses? What increases when your sales increase? What expenses also increase? So you need a bookkeeping software, and just as important, you need a pro to set it up properly. So for number 3, speaking of a pro, at this income level, it's likely that you do need a general bookkeeper that can assist you if you need it. You don't need a specialized accountant. You do not need a CFO at this income level. A general bookkeeper can definitely assist you in setting up your QuickBooks Online, but also maintaining it as well. So for those of you that are generating between $8,000 and $20,000 a month, at this income level, you should be focusing on creating efficient processes for your business. I love talking about processes and efficiency. It is everything in business. And the reason why it is so important for this particular level is because what got you to 100K per year in your business is not going to get you to $1 million per year in your business. It's likely not even going to get you to $500,000 per year in your business. Your systems, your processes, your workflows, they need to elevate and evolve along with your business. And it's likely that your team needs to elevate and evolve as well. So an example of a business process that could be adjusted for you. An example could be the system or process by which you get paid. So are you a consultant that is currently sending out invoices via PayPal? Please stop. Now is the time for that to stop. Are you a business owner that is taking payments via 5 different systems like Stripe and WooCommerce and QuickPay and Zelle and Cash App? Now is the time to stop that process and elevate that process. A process like that could become way too cumbersome. It would likely cause a bottleneck in your business as you scale. So now is the time to fix it. Now is the time to streamline it. Another example could be the process in which you pay your team. Like, do you pay some team members via Zelle, some via Cash, some via ADP, some via Gusto? This will be a mess come year end when you have to issue W-2s and 1099s. So now is the time to elevate those processes and those workflows. So here's some other advice for you. At this point, you should hire an accountant or a specialized bookkeeper. Now, I know this is going to bring up the question, what's the difference between a bookkeeper and a specialized bookkeeper or an accountant? So a regular bookkeeper is likely not formally degreed in accounting. They may be familiar with different bookkeeping software, and they may even have certification in that software, like a QuickBooks Online certification, but they don't necessarily understand the intricacies of accounting. Because of this, they are able to perform more junior level tasks like basic classification of transactions, but they likely don't understand more complex things that occur with a growing business. And this is especially true for product-based businesses, where there are things like assets and cost of goods sold. And let me also say this. There are plenty of experienced accountants that also try to steer clear of product-based businesses because of those complexities. Trust me, we have plenty of clients who came from CPA firms that did not know how to properly handle their books because they were product-based businesses. They didn't understand assets and COGS and how to properly maintain those systems. So do yourself a favor. Get an accountant or at least a specialized bookkeeper that is familiar with your industry. And also on a side note, speaking of inventory, another tip for this income level is if you're a product-based business, review your product SKUs and determine the low profit margin SKUs. Decide if you're going to eliminate those or if you're going to improve those. And also determine if you'll focus on inventory that's not actually moving. This is the time for you to really clean up your inventory before you decide to scale your business. So really take a moment to do that exercise. And if you're a service-based business, you can do something similar and look at your service offerings and focus on your high margin offerings. Or even stack your client list and determine if you want to continue servicing all of your clients or if you want to focus on those high margin and high impact clients. So you can do the same type of exercise. Now, for those of you that are making $20,000 a month or more in your business, this is where all of our clients live. And yes, at this income level, you will be focused on scaling your business by using virtual CFO services or fractional CFO services. So virtual CFO services can help you by being future focused. Versus just reviewing the financials of the past, which is what a lot of bookkeepers and or accountants will have you doing, you're actually going to be focusing on the future. Using the past to help you predict the future, but you're going to be future focused. So if you're currently generating $20K a month, but you want to get to $50K a month, financial analysis and a CFO will help you determine how to get there. And while always being cognizant of profit and cash flow. So a virtual CFO service should always include some type of business forecasting so that you can project and physically see how your business could look in the future based on assumptions and targets that you enter. So what is business forecasting and how is it a game changer at this level? All right, so imagine if I asked you this. How much revenue, profit, and cash will you have on May 1st, 2024? So in real time while I'm recording this, it's February 2022. So I'm asking you to tell me how much revenue, profit, and your cash balance that's over 2 years in the future. So most people would look at me like I'm crazy. They would have no clue. But if you have a forecast, you'd be able to answer that question. That's major. That is very valuable when you need to make big business decisions like hiring, price changes, new revenue streams, changes to expenses. It's major. So that's definitely something that you're going to want to incorporate when you are working with your CFO. Also, custom dashboards. Y'all, we love custom dashboards. Here's how it helps. Custom dashboards are key because it allows you to see key metrics for your business in one place. So there are many financial reports and metrics. Sometimes all of those numbers cause more confusion than clarity, by just looking at your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, your statement of cash flows, your AR, your AP aging. Sometimes that's a lot of information and it doesn't really help you make day-to-day business decisions, right? But a dashboard, especially one that's customized to your business and puts the key metrics right at your fingertips so you can always have a pulse on how your business is performing, will help you in day-to-day decision making. So let me give you an example of how we have done this here at the Finance Femme. So we had a client come to us that was generating about $250K per year in sales. So this is before, we still have clients that generate just $250 a year in sales, but they were generating $250K per year in sales. She was a solopreneur at the time. She did all the work within her business herself. It was impossible for her to scale. She couldn't scale. She literally could not get beyond $250K because her time was maxed out. There was no more hours in the day for her to bill. So she literally couldn't make any more money because she didn't have any more time in the day. So she was the bottleneck in her own business. Y'all, I know this sounds familiar. Are you the bottleneck in your own business? So she was the bottleneck in her own business. So as her CFO, I sat down with her and my team. First, we cleaned up her finances. Then we created her strategy and we created her forecast. This strategy was built to take her from earning $250K per year in sales to over $2 million a year in sales. $250K per year in sales to over $2 million a year in sales. And it only took a few minor investments. One investment was in a new team member that was making less than $60K a year. And then there was some infrastructure like systems and SaaS solutions, the $30 a month calendar link type things, right? Super inexpensive. All of that we helped her acquire. We helped her acquire the team member. We helped her set up and integrate all of the systems. And to go from $250 a year to $2 million a year in sales while working less in the business. That's a goal that I have for so many women that are struggling in their business, to increase their income, decrease the hours, the work that they have to actually do in their business. Like that's the goal, right? So that's what we were able to do by creating that strategy and that forecast. And you better believe that while we were rolling everything out, we had a dashboard in place to see how we were performing and how it was impacting the business. So with that being said, another bonus of having a CFO is that we can assist you getting the best possible tax outcome. So since your financials will be so clean, they're kept clean daily, and your financial forecast will be completely laid out, it will be much easier for a tax professional to build out a tax strategy for you and to let you know exactly how much you can save in your taxes by doing certain things in your business or even on your personal side. So I hope this information was helpful in letting you know what exactly you need to focus on and who potentially you could hire and bring onto your business depending on where you are in your business currently. These tips will also help you in making next year's tax season a breeze because, again, your financials will be already in place and in order. They'll be clean and ready to go, so you don't have to worry about scrambling last minute to get all your taxes together. So with that being said, definitely make sure that you follow us on Instagram at the Finance Femme so that you can get all of the information as it continues to roll out. Also subscribe to our podcast, which is on all of the podcast platforms, and join us over on YouTube as well at the Finance Femme. And if you need help as a $20K or more per month earner in your business, definitely visit thefinancefemme.com and check out our service offerings. Sign up for a consultation and we can do a deep dive into your business and see if there's a way that we can support you. All right, until next time.